Rebels, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm excited because I have a tutorial for you guys. I've been getting comments and stuff like that. I'll touch base on it during the tutorial, but I have been getting comments saying, where are your makeup tutorials? Where are your looks? I got one for you today. As you can see. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Emily Noel palettes by Makeup Revolution. I am super excited for her. You guys have no idea, but before I get into that whole deal, don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't forget to click that bell so you get notified and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it because it is free. 99. Whenever I don't say that, people are like, oh, you didn't say free 99. What? So sorry about that. So don't forget to subscribe because it is free. 99. There we go. The more official one. So yeah, so if you want to hear about this and how I achieved this look, entire look, then keep watching. Woo! All right, guys, so I'm so excited for Emily Noel doing this collaboration. I have met her. She is just as sweet and stunning in person. I've only met her one time. I can't remember what event it was. I want to say it's either a Makeup Geek, I believe, or a Sigma event. I can't really remember what it was, but I know it was either one of those two. But super sweet, super stunning. She's always been really nice and sweet and amazing to me. She's so genuine. She's one of the people who I watch. She is on my subscription feed. I'm just like, yes, like she is 100% honest with everything. She's just, I've always really loved her voice because she used to be a newscaster and she has that, hello, da 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 da, like it's just so like, I don't know, like it draws you in, and I love her. She has a beautiful family. I like that she's incorporating vlogs onto her channel. It's just cool just to see all aspects of her, but this collaboration made me so proud because it is not, and this isn't coming from like a hater standpoint, like I ain't a hater, trust me, I'm far from it, and I just want to say I'm happy it wasn't like the usual people. They're giving chances to other channels. She's one where she deserves it, and I'm really excited for this. Will this steer my review? No, because even though I love her, I definitely want to make sure that you don't, buy something that's not going to work out for you because that sucks, but I am really proud of her. You will see my review using this look. I kind of think it speaks for itself, though. I will say that. So she came out with two palettes. This one is the Needs. This one retails for $15. It is a face and eye palette right here. I'll go through all the colors as I'm using them and such, but you got the highlight, the blush, the bronzer, the under eye highlight, and the shadows. We'll go through all this as I work with it. You'll see the pros and cons for me. And then she came out with the Wants palette. I love this peachy tone. You guys know I love peachy things. Like peach is actually one of my favorite colors, but distinctly this peach right here, like a light peach. She came out with this palette right here with all these beautiful colors. Look at that. Look how beautiful. And I love how the names are in the front. She has dedications to her daughters. And you know what I loved, which might sound weird to you guys, or I don't know if people have pointed it out or not. It says prayer, Eve Rose Belle Violet for her family, family, top story, apartment, pizzazz, love tons, oh heavens, cupcake, laugh cry, Midwest, good vibes, grateful. And then even in her other palette, it says honesty, passion, peace, love, hope, faith. And that honestly just brings a breath of fresh air because I find that in some other palettes, I totally get like, you want to stay in the trends and what's now and all that and not be stale or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but I like the names on this because it just brings good vibes. I forgot what palette, but there's a lot of palettes that are just like shade, tea, side eye or whatever, like all kind of like negative words like stemming from like cattiness, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. So this one just beams happiness and just like positivity. Not saying like those other names are wrong, but I found like a lot of those palettes have like those types of names, like more like, like shade names. There's a way to do certain things, and I'm glad that she went this way because this is totally her. As for plastic palettes, I'm usually not the biggest fan, but this is probably like the best quality plastic like palette you will get. It doesn't feel cheap. It's nice. It still feels really nice and sturdy. Like I like it. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. I'm a fan of it. I don't think it's cheap at all. I love the gold, the pink. Like this is so, oh my gosh, me. Like I love her style. Like with the peach and the pink, I love this. This is literally, look at my nails. My nails are freaking matching the palette. It's just, I love it so much. So yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to try everything out. Like I said, just because it was sent to me and I love her and I'm like already raving about it. I've obviously already used the shadows, but you'll see how I work with the shadows, how I feel about them, pigmentation, fallout, you guys will get the whole spiel. I'll link everything down below. And now I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get on to the tutorial because I haven't done one in a while and I talk about that too. So enough rambling because your girl loves to talk. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Now let's get into the tutorial. Ooh, ooh. Okay guys, now let's get started. My skin just looks so, like, it looks like it's greasy, but it's not. I did like a mini like spa night yesterday and like a little mini facial kind of thing. So like my skin is super hydrated this morning. So we're gonna go back into the palette. I already primed my eyes obviously with some Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and then I did my brows. I'm gonna use the shade Love right here just to kind of reapply over the concealer. I used a different shade in the other palette. It's called Cream, but it's pretty bright cream, like more stark white. And I should have used this shade, but it's okay. So today I'm gonna tell you I'm using a lot of random brushes because I have not cleaned my brushes in such a long time. So I'm like coming to the tail end of them. But I have this Zoeva brush. This is a Luxe Crease. It is a good one. I'm gonna go into the shade Midwest right here. Just like a really nice warm brown. Just start off with that into my crease right here. I'm so excited for Emily for doing this collaboration. You have no idea. So I'm excited to use this. Also, if you see like a little patch of dryness, for some reason I started getting like eczema right there on my eye. I randomly get it, you know, so it's like almost healed. But if you see that, it's not because of the palette, it's just my skin. It's not as pigmented as I thought it was, but it is buildable. So I'm just building this baby up right now. I'm not really sure what kind of look I'm gonna go for. I want to do more of a fall like cranberry look just because fall is literally a couple days away, I feel like, or like a week away. I don't know like when the official date is, but it's literally around the corner. So from this shade right here, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more pigmented, but I'm just having to build it up. But there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, actually a lot of the time, I don't like colors where they're overly pigmented and then you have to take forever to blend them. I love buildable colors. I rather pick buildable over something that you have to just tap and then be, you know, very careful with and blend out for 5 minutes. So yeah, not bad. And look, not a lot of fallout, just normal, a normal amount. Let me know down below how you guys feel about palettes. Do you like it when it's super uber duper duper pigmented and you just tap into it and then you blend it out? Or do you like something that's more buildable? Because for me, buildable is just buildable, and buildable is just a little bit easier for me. So, okay, so I said we're gonna go for some kind of cranberry. I'm gonna do like cranberry, maybe some purples. Let's go into Love Tons. Let's try that right there. Okay, I'm gonna dip right in there. Yeah, not a lot of fallout, just the typical amount. I'm gonna start working this on the outer V right here. Okay, I'm not gonna tap off. Okay, yeah, so when you don't tap off, you get more pigmentation. This is why I do my eyes first, because I make a mess either way. Even when I tap off or whatever, I feel like you just make a mess, period. So I'm going to bring this to the outer V, and I'm actually going to bring this into the crease and bring the remaining to the inner corner of the crease. And we're going to go for it today, people. We're really gonna go for it. I wanna get back into more color. Remember like when I was having like that whole spurt of, oh my gosh, I love color? It kind of like stopped, maybe just because I was doing so much color, but we're gonna do it today. This is a really beautiful color. It's building up beautifully. It's more pigmented than the first shade. I'm gonna go back to that Zoeva brush and just blend out the harsh lines. Just start building up this color and then diffuse that into the crease. And this brush is the diffuse crease brush. That's so funny. Also, I want to apologize if I seem like low on energy. Right now I'm drinking Bang. Have you guys been trying these? Like, I've been trying to find flavors that I like. This one's cotton candy. It's okay. It's just like really sweet. And since I've been like on a healthier lifestyle and stuff like that, like certain things now my taste buds don't really agree with. It's okay. My favorite so far is Sour Heads though. That one I really like because it is sour. So that sour kind of balances out that sweet taste. But I heard so many people say they love the mango peach, I believe. I know Glenn likes that one. I feel like I've tried that before. I tried champagne. I didn't really care for it. What else? People have recommended pina colada, but my friend Dana Ann here on YouTube, she said that that one's like really sweet, but it's good. Okay, so I think I have it where I want it because I'm going to be adding way more color as well. I want this like super deep and cranberry with some purples. So next I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Pie Fi. I'm just going to dip into that right there. I don't know if I want to tap off or not, but this is the Morphe M519. I'm going to try this out. This is like a brand new brush. I'm like slowly trying out Morphe. I don't know. Just slowly. I know people still ask like my opinion. Sorry, I haven't really given it. I want to make like an order on my own too, so. And no, I don't have a code with them. You know what's so funny is I'm not like the biggest fall person, but lately I feel like I really just am ready for it this year. Like I'm ready to go to Home Goods and start shopping for fall decor, which is, I don't know, surprising to me. I like how it's going somewhere because I always get nervous when I'm filming. Do you guys know that I'm super out there, but I actually get really like nervous sort of, and yeah, I get nervous. I think people wouldn't think I would, but I get nervous for like a lot of things in life. I'm like a worry wart as well. So I'm gonna start diffusing this out. When I film makeup, oh, that looks nice. When I film makeup tutorials, because I've been getting quite a few comments saying, how come you don't do as many makeup tutorials? I love when you try out products and just give us looks. And it's just because I get nervous and I don't want to, because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a beauty lover. I like giving my regular opinion. Like I'm coming from like a consumer point, you know? That's how I do my channel, because I'm not some expert where I know about every single little ingredient, every little thing, and I don't weigh things out, and I don't, you know? I'm just coming from a regular chick's freaking standpoint, and I'm letting you know how I feel. But so when I do makeup, I feel kind of like the pressure because there's so many good artists out there. But I figured people want to see people do makeup too, like me. Like I'm just learning as well, you know, because I am definitely not an expert, and I've never said I was. I just love makeup. So that looks really pretty, right? That's why I'm talking about how I like buildable palettes. It's just easier for me. I want to say thank you to all the people who've been wanting me to do makeup looks. I just get nervous, you know. I just get nervous. Don't judge me. But when I do looks, I actually really like them. So, because I think they're wearable and achievable. Just because I'm on YouTube doesn't make me an artist. That's for damn sure. I think you guys know that though. I've noticed that if you don't tap off, you're gonna get more pigment. Now I wanna dip into the other palette because I've been ignoring it because that one has so many colors. I'm gonna go into the color Passion right here, which is like a deep purple with some, is it deep purple? Here, let's swatch it. It's like, at least it looks like a purple to me. Yeah, it's like a purple with some iridescence to it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna bring this on the outer portion and smoke it out even more. Ooh. Okay, it's coming together. I'm just using that same brush that I did with that deep purple. I like colors like this because you're not necessarily using black, so it's a little bit easier to work with, because sometimes black gets so tricky, and then if you don't blend it out right, it can just look so weird. Okay, so I just did some swatches. I have Eve Rose right here, and then Belle Violet for her daughters. I think that's so awesome. So I'm looking at it and I want to be different, so I think I'm going to go with Belle Violet, and then we'll work with a little bit of Eve Rose. Let's work it. Okay, I don't know if I want to apply with my finger. Let's try with the finger. Look how pretty that is. That's awesome. Okay, not the most pigmented, I will say that. Okay, let's build it up with a brush because I have been using brushes, so let's work with that. To get like that hue. Okay, yeah, this is way better with a brush. That works out for me because I don't even use my fingers, so. But usually with metallics, I don't mind using my finger. Wow, this shade's really pretty because it's very glowy. I'm glad I went with this one. Okay, I've hit the point where I want to clean up the fallout. I'm just going to use these Garnier Skin Active Micellar Makeup Remover Wipes. You know, I don't really recommend these, but I use them for cleaning off swatches and cleaning up fallout and stuff like that because they're not the best. I try to use them and I was just rubbing my skin way too hard. So it's only good really for fallout and stuff. I just don't find it to be a very good makeup remover. It's not as powerful, you know, when you do wear like foundation and all of that. So we clean out the fallout, and look at the fallout. It's not even that bad, like compared to all those shadows that I used. Okay, so this is the look so far. I'm gonna go ahead and just put on my wing liner and lashes, and I'll be right back just because I've done that so much on camera and I know I've been talking quite a bit, and this is all about the shadows, so BRB. So I went ahead and I obviously did my concealer and my foundation. I'm looking alive, you guys. I'm looking alive. So now I'm going to go to the Needs palette just because I realized I was using so many shadows from the Wants. Just because, you know, I guess because it's the eyeshadow palette, I just couldn't stop concentrating on it. But obviously this is the eye and face, but I'm going to use the face products from this one. I'm going to go into Courage right here. I'm going to dip right into that. This is my Sigma blush brush. I'm going to start bringing that into the cheeks right here. Oh, this is really beautiful. So this obviously is Emily's palette. So the product is going to probably geared towards her skin tone. But I'm glad this blush, I'm thinking the blush brush, this bronzer worked out. The only thing I'm going to have an issue with is probably the highlighter. Just because she is lighter, so I'm sure that highlight looks beautiful on fairer skin tones, but I'm going to try it out just to see. Also, I'm not done with the eyes, so don't think that I'm done. Now we're going to go into the blush. This one is Joy. I love this shade. I love these types of shades. The only problem is this is, what is this? I've never even used this. It's a Morphe G7 brush. The only problem is I can see with this shape, this is a really big brush. I'm telling you, I'm kind of limited on brushes right now because I need to wash them. So I'm just going to kind of pinch this in and just go in there right there just so I get that color. And I'm just going to start putting that on my cheeks. Ooh, you know what this blush reminds me of? Like a type of like mellow wine. And you guys know that's my obsession. This is like what I wear all the time. I love this color, and it doesn't matter like what look, I'm just obsessed with it. I don't know, you guys know like when you really get into like your favorite freaking colors. If you kind of just angle your brush right here and you can just dip into it, you don't even have to pinch it. So if you do have a larger brush like how I do today, then you can do that. Maybe they could have just done like squares, like pans going down and then kind of filled up this space, or like rectangles. I think that would have been good. Next up, let's go to the highlight. This one is called Gratitude. And I'm just going to show you right away. It's a little bit too much for my skin type, or skin tone, sorry. It's a beautiful glow. It's nothing that's too intense, as you can see. But for me, I'm like, for me, hello, it's not going to work out for my skin tone. So I'm just going to use my own highlight. And I'm just going to use this NARS Man Roy highlight. It's just like a gold one. Just gonna sweep it across. I don't want anything too intense today. I know this was for the under eye, but I personally just have my own favorite powder. So I didn't want to really, I mean, I can try it out, but it looks a little bit light. When I swatched it, as you can see, I think this will be really good for someone who has fairer skin. I definitely want to go into Eve Rose, and I want to place that on my inner corner. This one's a Morphe E19, using way more Morphe than what I usually do, huh? Okay, so now I'm just gonna pop in Eve Rose. Ooh, yeah. This is really pretty. Oh, sorry, let me zoom you guys in. I'm gonna bring it to the inner corner and then down on the inner third of the lower lash line. I love adding that little pop of light. That looks so pretty. I love the way this look came out because I'm not even kidding. Like I was telling you guys earlier how I get kind of nervous with makeup looks. I was like, wow, I hope this does not turn out ugly. For me, I always feel like there's so many ugly stages in my eyeshadow look and then it comes together. And I laugh whenever I see comments saying, I wasn't sure in the beginning, but then it turned out really good. I always laugh because I'm like, I totally get you. I was there with you. I was thinking the same damn thing. I'm going to smoke out my bottom lash line just a little. I'm usually not a fan of that. You guys know that, but I just want to use more colors. I kind of want to see, should I try more from here though? That's what I feel like. Maybe I should try like some of these down here just so I can work with them, because I feel like, yeah, I did use this and this and this, but I feel like I just want to use just a little bit more shades out of there because I definitely was giving this baby love, because I'm pretty sure you guys know how I feel about this palette already. So let's start out with Hope right here and place on my lower lash line. I don't want to overpower, you know, because then that really closes my eye, but regardless, my eye is going to be closed now that I'm doing this. That's why I usually just kind of skip this step. Faith, that warmer shade, and I'm just going to go with the same brush, and I'm going to bring this down just a little bit lower just to help diffuse that brown right there. Okay, that I like. It's still smoked out, but it's nothing too intense. I think we are done. I love how the eye look turned out. Okay, I'm gonna add some bottom mascara and we'll be right back. Added some bottom mascara and a lippy. The lippy I am using is the Buxom one. I hauled this in my Sephora birthday haul / appreciation sale. This is the Vava Plump Taupe It Off. Love this. Nice and like, it's more like a cool tone nude. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It kind of looks a little warm, but you know what I really like? How in her needs palette, she didn't feel the need to add in like a lip product, because you know how they have those palettes and it's like eye and face and then lip, and then it just completely downgrades the palette in my opinion. No one uses the lip products from the palettes. It just looks cheap, and I'm glad they didn't do that. I know she's smart enough to not do that, and I'm glad that, I don't know, I'm just glad it's not in here. The only thing is I can't use a highlight, and for the under eye, I'm just personally picky. I mean, I could have used it, but I don't know, it just seems extremely light. Maybe I can try to do like a light dusting of it, just to give it a shot, just to say that I tried it. Let's do that. I'm feeling a little guilty that I didn't try it now. Maybe it'll sheer out, so I kind of tapped it off because I'm just scared. I don't want to ruin the look. Okay, it just like brightened it, but I'm kind of scared for it. Yeah, I don't want it to go any brighter, but maybe as a brightener, I can use it just to tap it in once for this shade right here. And that's all I would kind of use it for, because I feel like if I used it on its own, it's going to be just too much. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I will say I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. Let's start off with like the first palette. Let's talk about the Want. Now, I absolutely love this palette. I definitely recommend it. It's not just because I like her. You guys know I always keep it real. I'm always 100% honest with all of my freaking reviews. Just because they sent this to me does not matter. I always say my truth on it, and I loved it. I didn't expect anything less from her. This is a palette where you dip into it and it's very easy to work with. It's buildable and it's blendable. And for me personally, when I do my shadow, I prefer a palette like that. That's why I was discussing it earlier. I think it's more user-friendly. And I find that since the shadows aren't overly pigmented, you're not getting a ton of fallout, and that I love. Remember, I used like so many freaking shadows on my eye and I barely had any fallout. Like you guys saw like my wipe, it barely had anything. And with other palettes, when they're super pigmented, you just have so much fallout. So that was amazing. And then also I just realized when I did my bottom lash line, I didn't have anything to sweep up. I actually really appreciate the full mirror, because when I was doing my face right now, I was using it and I loved it because it's so large. And I'm usually not a fan of mirrors, and it's probably because they're like smaller and you can't really see everything. You have to back it up. But this one is like literally like, hello, I am here. Now for this one, this is the Needs palette. I loved it as well. Like I said, I already said like my downfalls is that I can't really use the highlight shade. And this one I probably only use to like brighten underneath my eyes. But not to say that I can't use this as a shadow base as well, or this for a pop of highlight like on my upper brow bone. Let's do that. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's dip into here. And let's bring this to above to my brow bone just so we can highlight it a little bit. And see, you can use it like that. So it's not like just because I have it as a highlight shade that you can only use it on your face. You can definitely use it for the eyes, see? So that looks really beautiful as well. You can use the inner corner. There's lots of ways to use this. For the bronzer, pleasantly surprised me. I love the way it looks. I love the blush color because it totally reminds me of Wet n Wild's Mellow Wine. Love this shade, like my fave. And the shadows worked really beautiful. This is great for a warm look. You can do a smoky look, a supernatural look. These are like your basic shadows, but they're very user-friendly. I really don't have anything really bad to say. It's just that, yeah, not everybody's going to be able to use this bronzer. You have to think about the collaboration too. Obviously, they're going towards her skin type, her skin tone. So, I mean, that's it. Maybe they'll collaborate with someone who has a deeper skin tone and then boom, you'll have that. That would be really amazing. But overall, I think this palette is great as well. I'm very happy with it. I love the quality of it. This is a big whoop in my books. Like, I'm obsessed with it already. Congratulations to her. Completely deserved it. And yeah, that was it. I think the price point is amazing. You're going to get a lot of looks. You have so many shades. You guys saw how it worked out, you know, and this isn't just because I like her. Like I said, it has nothing to do with that. The product is bomb, and I'm really proud of her. Congratulations again. I'm just so happy. Like, completely happy for her. She's amazing. So that is it for my video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys are gonna go pick up the palettes. Again, this is Makeup Revolution. You can find this at Ulta, and remember, Ulta always has like their coupon code and stuff like that for the $3.50 off, so you can get even additional discount. You can use Ebates as well and get cash back. So this is definitely a really good deal for what they're offering. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Whoop whoop!
Here we go, it's all about you, it's all about me, it's all about what we do. Making art, you and me, trying to find something to believe.